Hey, what's going on, good people? Travell C.W. Lynch, Mr. What, founder of iAMthepossible. And you guys know how we do, man. I want to thank you guys if you are live or if you are on the replay. I want to thank you guys for your time. Your time is precious. You are precious. And you guys know, man, like I always love to say and want to say, your presence is the greatest present that you guys could ever give me. So thank you so much for rocking with me today. Today, I want to share with you guys this concept, this idea, man, of share the load and see the love. I'm going to say it again. Share the load and see the love. Today's topic is really a shout out, man, to the go-getters, to the high achievers, to the type A personalities, to the perfectionists, to the people that are, like I like to say, man, prone to the pressures of performance. Okay. So this is dedicated to you guys today. And so maybe you find yourself in a place where you're either in one of two places, right? You're either one, you've placed a pause, right? You've hit the pause button on your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, because you've placed all the burden on your back and you feel froze, like your feet stuck in the mud, like you're paralyzed, right? You're paralyzed by your own plans, right? So you're not moving forward because you believe it's all about you, right? Or number two, you've been going at it for a while and you're starting to feel burned out. You're starting to get to that place where you're second guessing this thing and you're like, yo, I don't know how much more I can take. I've done everything I know to do. I'm grinding, I'm hustling, I'm going after it, right? I'm getting it, but these legs of mine are getting tired, right? And so wherever you find yourself today, if either one of those describe you, you're stuck and you're not moving forward because it's just overwhelming to think about the work that you need to do. Or number two, you are hot and heavy. You are in the middle of all that work and it's starting to be too much. I want to let you guys know, man, that you have an amazing opportunity today to make a decision, to begin to share the load and begin to see the love. And what I mean by that is that we were created to co-create. We were created to co-create, right? You guys are familiar with the word cooperation, right? Cooperate, right? It is this idea that the weight, the load, the burden, it was never designed for you to carry on your own. And I'm not even talking about you carrying it on your own in terms of you and your business or your business partners, or maybe you're in ministry and you got other people that are in the ministry with you. I'm not even talking about sharing the load with other people. I'm talking about sharing the load with your creator. He created you to co-create. Now, this whole live today was inspired by this conversation that I had with Daisha yesterday, right? Daisha Hanks, many of you guys, if you follow me, you've seen us interact. You've seen us go live together. You've seen us do business together. She's a phenomenal woman, doing phenomenal things. And she is a constant inspiration, right, to me and to so many others. But we were having this conversation and we were discussing things that we had in the works. And the concept came up that many times as entrepreneurs, businessmen and women, even lay people, right, those of us who are in the church and ministries, many times we don't pursue the dreams that God's given us. Sometimes we don't go out. Sometimes we don't take that leap of faith. Sometimes we don't do the thing that God's called us to do because we see it as something that we got to do, right? You ever hear that term? If it's going, let me see. What is that term? If it's going to be, it's up to me. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that phrase. If it's going to be, it's up to me. Or perhaps you heard the one, I got this, right? Or you hear someone else tell you, you got this, right? It's these concepts, these ideas that unknowingly create what I call a due dependency, a dependency on your ability to do the work, to do the hustle, to do the grind. And without knowing it, we can get, as they say, lost in the sauce. We can get caught up with doing everything ourselves. And either we get stuck and we don't want to launch out because it's too big, or we've started to launch out, we've started to do what we do, and it's starting to get overwhelming. And I want you guys to know something, that you don't have to do this thing on your own. In fact, you were never even created to do it on your own. Your creator, your God, wants to assist you. And I just took some notes, man, that I wanted to share with you guys. The first note that I wanted to share is you want to, understand, this goes back to the original intent, right? If you guys have ever read Miles Monroe or listened to him preach or teach, he very much like I love to go back to Genesis, love to go back to the original intent. We love to go back to the original relationship with Creator, right? Our original flow, that organic garden flow. And we can pull so much wisdom from that. We can pull so much insight from that, because that was the way that God designed us. That was the way that God wanted to relate to us. And if you go back to Genesis, you find there that it is this relationship between God and his creator and creation interacting in such a way that God brought, for example, animals to Adam. And he said, I want you to name these animals, right? It was the idea that God, I'll bring the animal, Adam, creation, you provide the name. I'll let that soak in for a minute. I'll bring the animal, you provide the name. The Bible even talks about the fact that after, God created us, he placed us in the garden to cultivate, to create, to bring about, right? Excuse me. But we were bringing about, we were creating, we were cultivating where? In something that was provided. It was something that was given. Any of us, no matter what we're building, right? Whether it's through our intellect or through natural materials, I don't care what you're doing, what your business is, what you're building, it all can go back to something that has been provided to you. And so that's really what I wanted to home in on, because Deja and I were talking about the fact that our job is not to, do miracles. Like, we're not miracle workers, right? We don't perform miracles, but what we do get to co-create, what we do get to participate in is creating space. Right now, I'm creating space. By going live, I'm creating an opportunity. By just being on here, I'm creating a space to interact with you, to communicate with you, to speak with you, and to create a space for magical things to occur, for miracles to occur, because perhaps I'll say something, or perhaps I'll give an example about something, or perhaps I'll reference a scripture, or perhaps I'll do something during this space, during this time that will inspire, that will trigger something that's already been kindled within you. See, my job, I'm very clear that my job is not to perform the miracle for you. I'm the vessel. All I get to do is to co-create with you. I get to create a space for God to then invade and begin to work in and through something that he's already placed within you. That makes my job easy. See, I don't want to just preach to you. I want to be an example of that which I preach, right? If you're going to preach it, if you're going to teach it, then live it, be about it, right? Embody it. And so that was that conversation. It was like, there's people out there with brilliant ideas. And I believe that you're watching live or on the replay. You're watching. You are brilliant. You are innovative. You are strategic. You are full of just amazing ideas and concepts that will literally change the world, but you're not moving because you think that it's about you. You think that the weight is on your shoulders. You think that if it's going to be, then it's up to me. And I'm just here to tell you this afternoon that that's a lie. The work is not all yours. You play a part. You have a part to play, but it is not the part that you may think that it is. Your part is to simply be available. My pastor, Pastor Kerwin L. Manning, he always tells me the best ability is availability. I'm going to say that one more time. Shout out to PK, Pasadena Church. He says that the greatest ability is availability. Are you available? Today I'm going live. Am I available to get on this live and just share my heart, share my thoughts, share this space with you, right? So that's what this is about. So you're someone that you're either stuck and you're not moving forward, or you are burning out as I speak. Whoever you are, you're not moving forward or you're stuck. Here's my word to you. As we like to say, if you don't hear nothing else, share the load and see the love. See God's love show up in your life the more you begin to share that space. It's not your load to carry. It's not your weight. It's not your burden. I want to share with you guys one of my testimonies. But before I do, I want to acknowledge some of these people that's jumping on. HP, what's going on with your brother? It says, been there, feeling stuck with this music game, doing beats for years and question why I still do it. All right. PI in the building that says hashtag live. My brother PI says, my brother David says, hey, what's going on? Back to HP. Listen, man. Listen, I'm going to get to the one takeaway in just a moment, but hold that thought. Stay with me, bro. I got something for you. It's one action step that I'm going to share at the end for anybody who is finding themselves in any one of these places. All right. Okay. So I just want to, tell this quick testimony, man. When my wife and I, when we moved out here to Southern California, right? We from the Midwest. I'm born in the Chi. We grew up in Toledo, Ohio. We got called by the Lord to move out here to relocate to Southern Cal. But when we did, we quickly we were already in debt. Right. We were already in debt, but then we got ourselves in even more debt. And the last number that I can recall, we were somewhere like $50,000 worth of debt. It was somewhere between $50,000-$55,000 worth of debt. And that was something that was too much for us to handle, especially at our young age. Neither one of us went to college. We didn't have, college degrees. We didn't have good jobs, at the time. And so, financially, that was a burden, and we did not know how we were ever going to get out underneath or get out, from underneath that debt. Long story short, after praying and asking God, and I'm already kind of spilling the beans, but after praying and asking God, how are we going to get out of this? What's the plan here, God? What's the strategy here, right? We were given a very specific strategic plan to sow our way out of debt. Now, if you're watching, let me just give you this side note. If you can sow it, you can grow it. I know that sounds cliche. I don't care. It's truth. Okay. If you can sow it, you can grow it. Genesis 8:22. Seed time and harvest is still around, because he promised as long as the earth endures, that's what I'm going to do for you. It's a principle. It's a law, and it works for anybody, believers and non-believers. OK, so it doesn't matter. That's why the wealthy give, and they share charitable donations on a consistent basis, because they understand this principle. So sow it, grow it. Wherever you sow, you grow. OK. We had this plan, y'all, $50,000 in debt. I'm 23, 24 years of age. My wife, 18, 19 years of age. We ain't got the money, y'all, but we know that God is telling us to sow. He gave us a certain amount. He told us who to sow into, who to give that money to every single month for a calendar year. I'm testifying, y'all. After doing that, and I'm going somewhere with that, stay with me. After doing that for a year, $55,000 in debt, what we sowed was nowhere near that $50,000. Your seed is never equal to your harvest. Okay. Your seed is never equal to your harvest. Okay. Stay with me. We gave faithfully for a year. We kept sowing that small little seed, a little bit of seed, a little bit of seed. The next 2 years to follow. This is still a process. This is still a faith walk. This ain't no overnight stuff. But after sowing that seed consistently in faith, believing that God could do something that we could not do on our own, we were in a situation, like many of you, you're in a situation, you're up against it. You're up against something. You have a dream, a goal, a vision. You have a plan, something that is huge, that is astronomical. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than what you can conceive. It's bigger than what you think that you can handle. And it is. And here's the good news. You have a God who wants to help. You have a God who wants to co-create. You have a God who wants to assist. And so when we began to sow that seed, y'all, for the next 2 years, money began to come out of nowhere. Our debt began to get canceled out of nowhere. Calling back creditors, your debt is canceled. People giving us money, large lump sums of money. And this thing began to just snowball just for the next year. Boom, the next year after that, 2 years, man, money came in, and we were faithful to take everything that came in. We were faithful to then apply it to our debt, because we were working with God. We were co-creating this debt freedom. We were co-creating this freedom of debt. We were working with God. God was working with us. He was telling us what to do, and we were doing it. We were executing. I tell that story because we were up against it. We were in a situation. We had a dream, a vision of something, because we were just getting into, the Bible. We were just getting into just the concept of being debt free as a believer, right? We just didn't believe that debt was for us, right? Maybe you guys can relate, but we believe that financial debt was slavery. And who the Son sets free, as we like to preach, is free indeed. We wanted to be free of every burden possible, including financial burden, including financial, slavery. So we did that, and we became debt free. I remember us writing our last check, and we were 100% debt free. God wanted to co-create. He wanted to work with us. If we kept looking at that $50,000 worth of debt on our own, we never would have came out of it. If we kept thinking we got to do this ourselves, then we would be waiting for a great job, a great career, a salary that could afford it. We got to go to debt counseling. We got to go to, so-and-so that's going to consolidate the loans. And we're going to go through all these different hassles because we would have been thinking it's all about us. We've got to do everything. And so I don't know who I'm speaking to live or on the replay, but today, maybe you're in that situation where you just think you got to do everything on your own. You just taking on all the burden yourself. And if it's going to be, then it's up to me. That's your mentality. And that doesn't have to continue to be that way. You don't have to continue to live in that reality. That doesn't have to continue to be the burden on your back. You can free yourself today from that burden. And so I just wanted to come along today because, as you guys know, I teach people what they are. I help people to see what they are so that they can like what they see. One of the things that you are is a co-creator. I'm going to say that again, right? Teaching you, helping you to see what you are so you can like what you see. Some of you are not liking yourself because you're placing your sense of significance, worth, value on your ability to get something done, not knowing that all that ain't for you to do. Can I just keep it real? All of that ain't for you to do. So now you've taken on too much and you can't carry it. Your back is breaking, your legs getting tired, you sweating, you about to pass out. And now you got the nerve to judge yourself for not being able to carry a load that was never meant to be on your back. If I had a mic, I'd drop it. Y'all feel me? If I had a mic, I'd drop it. You're carrying too much and then judging yourself and comparing yourself and deflating yourself. You're defeating yourself by not being able to carry a load, a burden that you wasn't even created to carry. It's too much for you anyway. God is speaking to you today. If you come across this video and you like, is that you talking to? Yeah, man, he's talking to you. Lighten up on yourself, man. Share the load and see the love. I've been a witness to God's love, man. Where I am today with my wife, with my children, with my family, where we are today is nothing short of God's love, nothing short of God's grace. But it came through us submitting, surrendering, giving up our will, giving up our ways, right? Giving up our control. That's another big one. That's what got us, in trouble originally, right? Was trying to be in control, trying to take on too much, right? And so when you learn to let that thing go, when you learn to release that thing, man, you will begin to see the miraculous happen in your life. Again, all of this stemmed from a conversation that I had with Daisha, because we were just chopping it up, just saying, yo, there are people out there who are not moving forward on the things that God has told them to do. They're not moving forward on their dreams, their hopes, their visions, their ambitions. They're not moving forward because they're looking at it like, yo, I got to do all this. All this is on me. If it's going to be, then it's up to me. That's the mentality. And that mentality will drain you. You may be feeling good for a minute. People may be cheering you on. Oh, you a grinder. Oh, you a baller. Oh, you doing it. Oh, look at you, boy. Yeah. Oh, look at you, girl. Yeah. It feels good for a little while. It feels good for a little while. And then it gets tiring. And then it gets burdensome. And then you wear out. And then you burn out. And it becomes too much. Some of you have learned to save face. Some of you have learned to put on airs. You have learned to masquerade. You have learned to play it real cool, man. Real cool. Everything look real cool on the outside, but you are all busted up on the inside, man. And I'm just saying, listen, I'm not judging you. I'm not here to judge you and tear you down. I'm just here to offer you something, to let you know that something is available called co-creation. You ain't the creator, man. We are little C's. He's the big C. He wants to co-create. He wants to give you some things and lend you some things and show you some things and provide you some things and then give you some instruction, give you some insight, give you some wisdom, give you some knowledge for then for you to then do the little bit of work that's required to see that thing pop, right? Just a few things that's required of you. What my man David says is that I've been writing down how many books I want to sell. That's it. Let him sell them. Let him sell them. That's it. Let him sell them. He said, I want to sell. The truth is, David, you ain't selling nothing. I mean, we already know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like real talk. Like, that's my brother right there. David, no, I'm not coming at him like that. But the truth is, we don't sell books. If he inspires us to write them, we write them. God, listen, the Bible says God provides the seed. We sow the seed. After we sow it, everything else is a mystery. Let's be 100 good people. After we sow the seed, it's a mystery how that thing grows. Even the Bible says to man, we don't even know how that thing grows. All our job is to boom, drop a seed. This live is me dropping a seed. Boom, in the bucket of humanity. Boom, in the soil of society. I'm just dropping seeds. Bow. Now, wherever this thing goes, whoever comes across it, live or on the replay, hands off, baby. Ain't my job, ain't my worry. And that's what this is all about. Getting that stress, getting that worry, getting that anxiety, getting that fear up off you, because that was not created for you to carry. My man David writes the books. God makes that thing grow. David, you write the book, God makes it grow. I do the live, God makes it get out there. You know what I'm saying? So it is, I mean, listen, how many videos go viral? How many videos go viral? When you do the video, them people wasn't sitting around thinking, ooh, this one's going to go viral. No, they just did it. And we call it chance, luck. Like we assign it all these different names. The truth is there's a mystery behind these things that we have nothing to do with. And our job is to simply co-create. If he inspires it, we do it, and then hands off. Right. So listen, let me leave you guys with my one takeaway, with my one action step. All right. This is my one action step. And it's real simple, man. It's going to always go back to him because he's the creator. We don't create nothing. We don't create nothing. Anything you think you're creating, you're only using God's resources. So you only cultivating. You're really only cultivating. We can't even take credit for the inspiration. Oh, well, this was my idea. Really? Really? It was your idea? Come on. Really? Yours? It was your idea. Come on, man. Right? Come on. Come on. He's given us everything. He gives us the inspiration for the idea. He gives us the idea. He gives us the concepts. He gives us the resources in which to build with. He provides everything. All I'm saying today is there is a consciousness. There is an ability to be aware of our dependency on him and stop pretending that we're truly doing what we think we're doing. Right? In here, we're depending on self, but self fails us every time because self ain't producing or creating anything. We're only utilizing resources that come from a creator who continues to love, who continues to provide, who continues to share his good resources with us to do some amazing things with when we learn to truly co-create. So here is the one thing that I want you guys to do. I just want you guys, whatever time y'all gonna lay y'all head down tonight, pray to God for a plan. And you know whatever your thing is. You know what your thing is, whether it's a business that you're starting, a ministry that you're starting, a nonprofit, I'm just kind of trying to like think of some things, but you guys, like I say, you name it, you frame it, you put it into your world, right? Into your context. Simply say, God, give me a plan that I can't take credit for. That's it. That's it. Take baby steps. I'm not about to give you a whole Rolodex of things to do, a whole 10 steps to success. I'm gonna just give you one thing, because most people have a very difficult time doing just one thing really well. I know. Let me just raise my hand. I'm not pointing the finger. I'm pointing it back at me. Just sticking to one thing. One amazing strategy can change your life. Imagine if you like went to God and just like with a pure, genuine heart, a pure, genuine ask. Give me a plan. Give me a strategy that I cannot take credit for, and then not want to take any credit for it. Like whatever that thing is before you, that business, that ministry, whatever that thing is, God, show me, give me insight, give me wisdom, show me something, show me how to do this in a way that I cannot take credit for. Sure, I'm going to participate. We get that part. We're going to participate. But I'm saying, give me something, God, that when it pops, when it happens, no one, including me, will be able to say, I did that. That's when life gets fun. That's when life gets fun, y'all. That's when life gets amazing. When you have a consciousness and you have an awareness that you're in this thing with a creator that's got your back, that wants the best for you, that's working on your behalf day and night, that never sleeps, that never gets tired, that never grows weary. Our energy is finite. It has a beginning and an end. We only got 24 hours in the day. We only got so many hours of sleep. We only got so much energy in our bodies. We can only consume so many calories. We can only go for so long. But we are working with something that don't need no sleep, that don't need no holidays, that don't need no break. Yeah, we talking about putting money in the stock market, man. Put some money. Listen, take some stock in your creator. Take some stock in your creator. And watch how your life change. Watch how that situation change. Watch how that burden change. Watch how that load change. Watch how that issue change. Watch how that thing that you're building, watch how it changes when you begin to take some stock in your creator. Pray that you guys got some value, man. I pray that I said something, shared something that did, something for you, man. Right? That's my prayer. My job is to simply open up the space, to open up and present myself, to present my struggles, to present my successes, to present myself to you and to chop it up with you, and to allow a space, a moment in time where you may get something, hear something, something may break, something may spark, something may come to mind, something may come to heart. But it's not up for me. It's not up to me to decide what that is. And that, guys, is an amazing joy. This is my platform, communication, right? This is my platform, writing books, speaking before people, speaking live, virtually. This is my platform, but take it and apply this to your platform, whatever your thing is. Hassan talks about creating music, right? David writes books. What's your thing? Put it on your thing and take joy. It ain't got to be a grind. I know we preach grind. Yeah, but your life ain't got to be a grind. It ain't got to be a grind. We call it, I'm relentless. I'm being relentless. No, you restless. That's what you are. You're restless. I was restless and calling it relentlessness and taking my badge of honor because I'm grinding out here. But at some point, man, the grind begins to grind you. And I'm just brave enough to say, yep, it did it. Hey, it happened to me. So perhaps there's someone else out there that it may be happening to. And I want you to know that I see you, that I hear you, that I'm in this thing with you, that I'm believing you, that I'm believing in you, that I'm praying, for you. Right. And that we can journey together, y'all. We can journey together. If any of you guys live or on the replay want to know more about this, you guys want to chop it up even more, just hit me in a DM. Just send me a DM. I would love to chop it up. Love to go into it more, and connect on a deeper level. So that's what the DM is for. So it's always there. My man My man, say I'm about to call you Matt this, man. What's going on? Barbershop Matt in the building. What's going on, boy? What's happening with your man? What's going on with your man? We just chopping it up, talking about co-creating, man. My man cuts hair. My man cuts my boy's hair right there. Hey, I don't know what the in the barber world, man, if it's like the golden scissors or, you know, I don't know what award we give barbers, man. But my man right there, salute to you, boy. Salute to you. That's my man right there. Yeah, I don't know what the award is, man, for cutting hair, right? If it's the golden scissors or the golden clippers, but whatever that is, champ, that's for you. That's for you. That's my man right there. You want a dope cut, as my man said. Let me do you fresh. Let me get you fresh. Joseph, what's going on with you, man? What's going on, brother? Thumbs up to you too, man. Thumbs up to you too, man. Always good to see you, man. Always good to see you, JoJo. Emerson, much love. Yeah, man. Much love to you too, brother. I appreciate y'all, man. So again, man, hope y'all got something out of it, man. Hope y'all got some, you know, some value, man. But at the end of the day, y'all, my heart is with you guys, man, because everybody that's on this right here, you know, from Matt, JoJo's a grinder too, man. David, you know, HP, we are all grinders, man. High achievers. We have big expectations for ourselves, man. Right. And my struggle has always been, dude, like deflating myself because I put so much burden on me. I put so much weight on myself. Right. My expectations are just like through the roof. And when I don't like measure up to my own self-imposed, my own self-imagined, you know, heights and level of excellence or whatever I call it, man, then it's very easy for me to self-deflate, self-destruct, self-destroy. You know, like that balloon, man. It's very easy for me to take a pin to my own balloon. And so I just believe that there's other people out there that share that same struggle, that share that same pain. And that's what I'm creating a space for, man, to just chop it up with y'all and just to be real, man, to go first, to say, yep, that's me. That's me. Every time I don't hit my goal or hit the mark, or, you know, I don't, you know, I pull my arrow back, right? I don't hit that bullseye. I can easily judge myself, man. I can easily go in and you know, be depressed or, you know, go inward. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to create something, a space that really speaks to and ministers to and you know, really addresses this, right? Because a lot of people ain't talking about it, man. You know, our society doesn't allow us to talk about that. Our society takes a badge of honor, man, to the grinder, to the go-getter. Like, you go to YouTube, you know what I'm saying, bruh? You go to YouTube and it's endless motivational videos, endless. And you know what 99.9% of them are saying? Work harder. I attribute all of my greatness to hard work. Well, yeah, okay. But that ain't what God got for me. What he told me to say is it's okay to work hard. It's okay to grind. But up in here, up on the inside, you can still be at rest. And that's what matters. That's what matters, y'all. Are you at rest on the inside, y'all? Are you at rest on the inside? You ain't got to be at rest on the outside. There's work to be done. But are you rested on the inside? That's the question, man. That's the question. My man H says, for sure, I got some ideas flowing to work with my brother. He tagged me yesterday. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Flow with that. Cooperation, baby. Better together, baby. Better together. David says, I do. Yes, yes. David says, they always say, put in 100 hours. You know, something about what they say. And that's true, right? They always got the formula, man. One thing that always kind of gets under my skin when I watch like motivational videos, inspirational videos, is I hate the phrase "you gotta," because when I look at successful people, like people with, you know, millionaires, billionaires, you know, the wealthy, those who have, you know, attained great things in life, or who have just been innovative, or, you know, Apple, Google, you know, just people who have done big things, right? Nobody did it the same way, man. Like, there was no rules to that, right? Like, there are shows, man, that I watch sometimes like documentaries. And I'm just convinced, man, that yeah, there are some, there are certain principles to just kind of doing certain things. But when it comes to the I gottas and what you need to do before this, I hear it, I get it. But at the same time, man, you have to find you in the midst of all of this. We got to find us in the midst of all of this. Because if the 100 hours, and again, I'm not going against what you're saying, because I totally agree. I've seen those same statistics. I'm just saying that if it causes you to not be true to your convictions, at least I found that if I'm so busy, so heavy on finding out what the gurus say and doing and cookie cutting what the guru says, then at least I found, again, in my life, I've become less and less me. I've become less and less me. I've become less and less genuine. I've become less and less authentic. I've become less and less courageous. I almost start to like cultivate fear, because now, again, it's back to comparisons. Well, the guru said do it like this, and if I don't do it like this, then I'm never going to get there. And maybe the way you're built, maybe the way you're shaped, right? Maybe the thing that God's called you to, maybe you're supposed to be so innovative. Maybe you're supposed to be so against the grain. Maybe you're supposed to swim so far upstream, against the tide, against, the flow, that, you're going to be the first one to do what's not been done. Maybe you're going to be the first one to do what's not been done. But that takes so much courage, man. That takes so much courage. And that courage is found by doing what I said to do earlier, by giving it to God and by praying for a solution, for a strategy, for a plan that does not require you. Something that's going to get you out the way and get God more involved, to get God more integrated in your plans. He has infinite power, infinite wisdom, infinite understanding. Everything that we see, like I'm positioned in front of my windows right here. If I open up my curtains and look out the window, no man can take credit for them trees out there. No man can take credit for that sun up in the sky today. No man can take credit for them clouds floating in the sky. No man can take credit for the sky. No man can take credit for the fact that we're on the internet. Those are invisible waves that we can't even see. We can't even see the waves. How am I on live with you and you're in a whole nother state, a whole nother city, a whole nother country? How is this? And yet we have the nerve to burden ourselves with trying to do it all. I got to go, y'all. It is my time. I got 2 minutes, man. So love y'all, praying for y'all, believing in y'all. Again, as always, man, thank you guys for rocking with me so much. My man David says exactly. My man David says 100%. My man, oh yeah, going back to the other one, yeah, the 100 hours. So yeah, man, let your 100 hours look like your 100 hours. Let your 100 hours look like your 100 hours. Your 100 might not look like her 100 or his 100, right? Pace yourself, y'all. Pace yourself. When they say this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So pace yourself. And just sticking with the runner's analogy as I close, a couple years ago, I ran my first half marathon. And prior to running that half marathon, I did, I wasn't participating in a runner's life. I didn't have a runner's lifestyle. My background was being overweight and then getting into, heavy, weightlifting, and putting on muscle. And so I was not conditioned. I was not, fit for running. But the first thing that I did was I got a coach. And one of the things that my coach, really taught me and helped me to be conditioned in beginning here. Shout out to KB Kyle Brown. He conditioned me to pace myself. There's a posture in which you hold your hands, lift your knees, kick your feet, shoulders square, chin up. Needs to be a certain amount of space between your neck and your chin. It was a posture, y'all. It was a posture. It was a way to run. And when you get into that posture, when you get into that position, what it does is it allows you to run like Kyle used to tell me. You get a pace that you feel as if you can run forever. Don't you want to run forever? Don't you want to run this race forever? Well, that begins, man, by getting that coach, that creator, the greatest coach of all time, our creator, getting that coach in our ear and letting Coach God coach you, put you in position, put you in that posture so that you can pace yourself. All right. Love y'all, man. Praying for you guys, man. It says no. It says, no, I was agreeing with you. Okay. My bad. Mathis says up. Yes, sir. And let me see one more. Mathis says, a great man once said, without our creator revealing what we are to us, we're left making things. Oh man, what's that word, man? What's that word? A great man once said, without our creator revealing what we are to us, we're left making things. Oh, it says we go. Oh, Matt, you got to finish that sentence, bruh. I can't leave. I can't leave the broadcast till we know what that says. Matt, come on. Oh, making things up. Oh, making things up as we go. Is that what it is? Making things up as we go. Is that it? Give me a thumbs up, man. Just let me know that that's what you meant by that sentence, man. That's dope. Great man once said, without our creator revealing what we are to us, we're left making things up. Yes, making things up as we go. And that ain't the life, dude. Right. That is not the life. We do not want to let it. We do not want to make it up. Oh, look at the plug. I wasn't going to even hit it, though. I wasn't going to even hit it. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Yes, that is my book, man. What is enough? If you don't have my book, what is enough? And you're asking yourself the question, what is enough? You're at a place in your life where you say, I've done everything I know to do, but it just never seems like it's enough. If that's you, my book, What is Enough, will help you to figure out that you, in and of yourself, you are enough. You are what you're looking for. My man Rory says, hey, brother, by the way, your sound is very clean, bro. I appreciate that, man. Putting that money into this equipment, man. You got to pay for it, man. Excellence costs. But that's my man right there, Rory in the building. Thanks for joining, brother. I appreciate you, man. All right, you guys, man. Love y'all. Praying for y'all. Believing in y'all. Until next time, you know how we do. Know your what? Know your worth. Signing off. And I am out. As soon as I find, I got to get smoother with my exit. Got to get smoother with my exit, man. But here's my outro. I'm out, man. Y'all have an amazing rest of y'all day, man. Peace out.